the biggest wickets early on in this attempt to defend 123.
Sawood Islam will face Muhammad Taiwo again. Muhammad Taiwo yet to find his groove. Does a number that high of games put on a bowler's resolve, on their bodies, on their physique, on their concentration altogether?
Muhammad Taiwo's pace continues to cause a bit of challenges. One to Sawood Islam, who is yet to get any meaningful contact of Muhammad Taiwo, and for me that is a good thing for Nigeria. It seems that it is clear they have a find in Muhammad Taiwo. He bowls good areas, good pace. He's very handy with the bat, and that is a big plus to him and Nigeria as a nation. Sawood Islam manages to swat that down to long on, but there is a long on fielder that has been stationed there, so that only goes for 1 run. That brings Simon Sesazi on strike to face Muhammad Taiwo.
A bit of a slow start from Team Uganda.
He's very handy with the bat, and that is a big plus to him and Nigeria as a nation.
But Team Uganda allowing themselves a chance to build. But they will be caught on the back foot if Team Uganda do not make good use of this power play.
Watchful start by the Ugandan opening batters. They've had a look at Mustafa and Taiwo, so they'll probably be looking to assess and see how they can make optimum use of this power play. Interestingly, and very importantly for them, is that they have not lost a wicket yet, so this should be an interesting run chase. We continue to enjoy a beautiful weather at the Dafabet Pearl of Africa T20 series that is happening at the Entebbe Cricket Oval.
Beautiful pickup.
Beautiful pickup from Sawood Islam, and he manages to muscle that down the long off boundary and picks up his first maximum of this inning.
That went high and mighty, and for a minute there, it didn't look like it would get the distance, but Sawood Islam clears the ropes. Beautiful shot.
Continue to enjoy a beautiful weather at the Dafabet Pearl of Africa T20 series that is happening at the Entebbe Cricket Oval.
Mustafa Yusuf sends one wide of Sawood. An attempt to cut that didn't yield the result Sawood was hoping for.
Yeah, that was a beautiful response from Mustafa. Manages to recognize that he paid the ultimate price by boarding the bill too full and got worked over the long off boundary for 6, and he manages to hold his length back to respond pretty well against Sawood Islam, but follows that up yet again by dragging that a bit too straight, concedes a single down to the fine leg for 1.
Mustafa Yusuf will do well to keep full, will get the full punishment. Simon Sesazi doesn't seem to find his footing in the crease. He does look a little bit timid out there.
I like the areas of to see a fast slip in position, but that is not happening, and Simon Sesazi manages to muscle that down the ground, to actually muscles that through the extra cover region and picks up.
Has had bowled wide. It did swing in the air. Peter Aho Simon Sesazi. Mustafa Yusuf has conceded about 10 runs in this over.
Productive over for to run just down the score. But Mustafa, for me, has not been too disappointing. Besides the runs he has conceded, I think he has shown a lot of skill in.
Uganda yet to make light work of this run chase. So far, going about it with a lot of caution and tact. Here comes Muhammad Taiwo. Short ball. That was quick, Davis. Sawood Islam didn't get the best of contacts. Manages to get just one off.
With that single to Saudi Islam, that brings Simon Sesazi on strike up against Muhammad Taiwo.
Davis, I don't think it will be long until Simon Sesazi makes it back to the dressing room. He does seem in a hurry, and I promise to chew humble pie if at all he sees this innings to the end. But he is batting a bit recklessly, and it might cost him.
We're clearly in for a big challenge here. We are witnessing what could be a very, very good and exciting challenge between Muhammad Taiwo and Simon Sesazi. Simon Sesazi attempting to go for one of the shots that he does love, the pull and hook shot, hoping to get any form of timing, but he's yet to get anything off the wood, and this will be an interesting challenge. That's a third dot ball in a row. Simon Sesazi will be cognizant of that, understanding that T20 cricket is literally about strike rotation and making sure you look to maximize the power play in the first 6 overs.
Like I mentioned earlier, a bit of an additional start from the Ugandan batters. Oh, finally some meaningful contact, and that will make it Simon Sesazi's second boundary. I think Davis, worth noting, and perhaps someone should mention it to Muhammad Taiwo, Ugandans do love their width. Anything that goes wide will be punished.
Overthrow right there, and Simon Sesazi manages to pick up 2 runs. But as you mentioned, the fact that Ugandans love to enjoy width. In T20 cricket, the margin of error is so marginal that you cannot afford to bowl anything loose. Most batters, the standard of the batters at this level will pounce on anything that provides a bit of width, and will equally pounce on anything that is a bit too short and too full. So your margins of error are too small that you cannot afford to bowl too many bad balls. Otherwise, you will pay the ultimate price of leaking too many runs for your team.
After 4 overs, cruising at a run rate of 6.3. Uganda is at 23 for no loss. A bowling change by Captain Joshua Ayanaike to bring Prosper Oseni into the attack. My God. Ooh. Oh.
Beautiful fielding in the coverage and by Peter Ho. He's certainly saved what should have been a clear boundary there, and he's managed to keep that just to 1 run. Takes a shot at the stump, and the Nigerian fielders are able to keep that to just 1. But we must talk about it, Donny. I think Useni Prosper has been a tremendous prospect, and he's one that has done pretty well for this Nigerian outfit. His left armers have continued to bamboozle batsmen on both the Kenyan and the Ugandan team. So Nigeria will be hoping that he can provide the breakthrough that they do need to see if they can make a case for in their attempt to defend this 120 score.
Well, Davis, we have seen the proverbial meaning of body and soul. Nigerians throwing whatever it takes at every single ball hit their way. Perhaps if I were an innovator, I would be looking to find some fielding vests, you know, to keep these bowlers from getting fielders from getting body shots. Ooh. Beautiful, beautiful delivery from Prosper Oseni. Taking it away from the young lad, Simon Sesazi.
Prosper Oseni continues to bowl areas of uncertainty for batters, and that is a good thing. He has not conceded many runs so far in this tournament. This Dafabet Pearl of Africa T20 series.
Short. Simon Sesazi gets his 3rd boundary. He's yet to score anything, Davis. Anything in the front of the square. He has picked up runs square of the wicket, and he continues to pick up some more. Once again, Davis, the Nigerian bowlers haven't seemed to pick their lessons that Ugandan batsmen will pick up runs with the wide balls.
So far has picked up behind. Ask Simon to go way over the top if he is skillful enough to try and execute that area.
Oh. Prosper Oseni almost catches Simon Sesazi off guard. Using much better when they do have a left-right combination. We have seen it before with Roger Mukasa opening with Chobe Arthur. Arguably,
and representatives of this nation, those two are, and they did pretty well, not just as an opening right and left hand combination, but their service as well on the field was tremendous, and we can't thank them enough. But yeah, the search for the right combination in T20 cricket continues for Coach Lawrence Mahadlani. For me, I would like those two guys in that debate for these top order slots, and I think it's for me it is healthy competition to have. It is good to see a couple of guys score runs. Many guys put their hands up to try and do a job for this side. At the end of the day, for me, it's the best available players that should go and represent the country. So for me, it's good to see that guys are doing well already, and guys that are waiting, Roger Mukasa, Ham Kayondo, and people like Karinaito Zephania. That only goes to show you the amount of resources that Uganda does have.
well, Davis, looks like we'll be seeing yet another bowling change. Peter Aho will be coming into the attack. There was a debate earlier on in the commentary box. Aho and Peter Aho, the jury is still out. We're seeing a bit of a poor running coordination between the Uganda's batsmen. We did see it earlier between Sawood and Otwani in Uganda's 2nd game. Quite a number of them to run outs in this very tournament.
Well, back to that debate, and of course, that uncertainty of of course, not having the things like machines that can actually be able to speed meter guns, speed guns. So we are not too sure who of the two is the quicker one, but without a doubt, they both have lively pace, Peter Aho and for Nigeria. It only goes to show that they can only get better. And just to let you know that this Ugandese Nigerian outfit is short of the opening bowling of one of the Okpe brothers. So they will be hoping that the Okpe brothers can return as quickly as possible.
Peter Aho, space, asking different questions, and so far Simon Sesazi, who is known to fancy the pull shot, hasn't really showed up in that department. He's yet to click. He's yet to make some really good connections with some of his favorite shots. But he has made his contribution. Earlier on in the first innings, we did see him contribute to about 3 wickets. Oh my. Again, he has so hard at that ball. His head was all over the place. His body weight was all over the place. Davis, what is he trying to prove?
Well, as you I think the required run rate is too far out of reach. I think he can simply continue working the ball behind squares, which is his strength. Play as basic cricket as possible, and just continue to do the simple things correctly and not try too hard. Otherwise, I think he's been all right. He just needs to find a way of ensuring that he enjoys the moment, plays with the moment, and does well, really.
I must say, has looked to be in quick, like a man.
Are 29 for no loss. I do not think Lawrence Madlane will be very, very glad with that kind of total. I feel that is behind the 8 ball. The modern game of T20 cricket requires at least a minimum of his charges out there for. And the other concern for me is the number of dot balls that we seem to be picking up. It's not just early on in the power play, but to maximize or make sure we can use the resources that we have, the 120 balls that we have to the very best of our abilities. So this.
Well, that was full. Didn't get the proper treatment. But Davis, to agree with you, a bit of a false start from Team Uganda. I would have expected that this opening duo will make good use of the power play. But much to Nigerians' delight, and kudos to Team Nigeria for restricting this Ugandan side to just 29 runs in the power play. They are a team that are finally getting their groove.
Of course, the fact that Odion has been asked to balls good leg spinners. He's been the bowling change that has been affected from the Lake Victoria end. Nigeria will be hoping that he can be destructive this afternoon to try and pick up a couple of wickets and give the Nigerian outfield a chance of coming to come out and look to defend.
Sawood Islam and gives a chance. Sawood Islam gets the distance on that. 6 runs. Once again, Nigerian bowlers bowling right into the arc and getting punished.
Good response from Odion. After conceding the 6, he manages to find his line and length and keeping that to nothing.
Well, if you're just joining us today and in this tournament, welcome to the Dafabet Pearl of Africa T20 series, where Uganda is taking on Nigeria. We would like to thank all the partners who have made this encounter possible, who have made this tournament possible, who have made the return of cricket possible. Massive, massive shouts out to Uganda Airlines, the official airline carrier for Uganda. Rock Telecom, the official ISP for this tournament. Oh, yet another boundary. All that pace, Davis. He needs to focus all that pace in the right place. Otherwise, he's going to keep getting the punishment for everything that goes wide. Davis, I think Simon Sesazi has finally told himself to focus on everything, because it seems these bowlers keep bowling wide and full, wide and full.
Quick single in there. Simon Sesazi follows up the boundary by getting another quick single. But for me, as you mentioned, the Nigerians seem to be bowling obviously to Simon Sesazi's his strength. They're bowling short and wide, and that is literally chips and chicken for Simon Sesazi. He will feed off that any day and probably the whole day, but it allows him to score more runs behind square, which is a good thing. Hopefully he can pick up momentum and build confidence and go very, very deep in this series to score runs for this Ugandan outfit. So this now manages to glance that down to fine leg, but there was a field at fine leg, and manages to keep that just to 1. Peter Aho, yes, he has the pace, but he needs to find his radar. He needs to find his radar and ball those fast beaming deliveries at as straight as possible, making sure it doesn't give Simon Sesazi any width. And it does exactly that. Feeds Simon Sesazi again with more width. But the third man fielder is much squarer this time round and manages to keep that to 1 run.
Brilliant fielding from Vincent Adewoye. He did take to the ground just as well as grab the ball to keep that to just 1 run. Better cricket from Team Nigeria altogether, but we're seeing suddenly a bolt or a jolt of life into Uganda's batting. Peter Aho seems to have taken a liking to the short balls, not getting the punishment this time.
With Peter Aho continuing to generate from the golf course end, it's interesting and very good to see that the Nigerian captain recognize that he might have a bit of a chance here if he can manage to nick off 1 or 2 of these opening batters. And he has consistently kept the fielders in the ring. He understands, yes, it is up to the power play, but he's kept much squarer this time round and managed to play some cross shots that could be the opening or that the Nigerian team needs.
Just 1 run at this point, or a jolt of life.
Probably be looking themselves to see, but yeah, the plan from Nigeria would be bees but
straight to long on runs. That was picked up perfectly by Simon Sesazi to yet again get another maximum for Team Uganda. There is a shadow of a difference. The spinners continue to leak runs.
Interesting observation for Donny. What do you reckon it is the difference in the spinners, or it is the difference in the batters?
Well, I must lean towards the spinners because we have seen Simon Cesar's stressful deliveries with those out of slot, out of spot, out of line, out of length deliveries. I would apportion maximum blame onto the spinners.
Yeah, you make a very good point, and we must remember that leg spinners, one in world cricket, especially T20 cricket, they have become fantastic attacking options. Yes, they do go for runs, but they do create wicket-taking opportunities. And for me, seeing Odion continue to persist with his leg spinners is a good thing. I think he's one that can look to simply better that craft of his, and he can be a real weapon for Nigeria moving forward.
This constantly looking like baptism by fire. Odion being the baptized and Uganda being John the Baptist. Maximum punishment in this over, Davis.
Bowling change from the golf course end, but Uganda closing at 54 for no loss. At 55 for no loss in 9 overs. Lawrence Madlana and his charges would certainly have wanted that to come in a much quicker time, but they will take the fact that they are for no loss as yet another positive, and look to work and continue reducing the dot ball percentage that they seem to be picking up.
Well, I must say kudos to Team Nigeria. They have so far put on a spirited fight. Prosper Useni returns in their attack, gets a dot ball. Davis, he does look like a technically correct over a lot of left-hand Ugandan bowlers. Oh, chance, oh, missed. Where was Sawood going? Davis, it doesn't look like Sawood.
Yeah, a bit strange attempt of a run there. Prosper Osen, I think he's been, as I mentioned, I think he's been one of the finds for Nigeria. His left armers have continued to bamboozle batters, and he keeps things for Nigeria.
Continues to, they did manage to restrict Team Nigeria. And what another
Yet another valuable dot ball, yet something that we've continued to talk about, the dot ball percentage, but it's something I want to believe that to see that they make. Just to let our viewers that are watching and following this game from across the world, that we will bring you the Dafabet T20 Pearl of Africa T20 series live from Entebbe. Of course, we thank our partners, our sponsors in Rock Telecom that are providing the internet for whoever is at the ground. They are fantastic internet service providers. So all those that might be having challenges with your providers, feel free to hit up the Rock Telecom social media handles and their toll-free numbers. We also go ahead and thank Uganda Airlines for coming on board to partner with Uganda Cricket Association on this Dafabet Pearl of Africa T20 series. We are very delighted to have them on board, and we can hope this is the start of big things to come.
Speaking of Uganda Airlines, if you're planning a trip to Guangzhou, to London, to Dubai, or perhaps Mumbai,
bowling change from the Lake Victoria end. And Adeji is going to be, he's being asked to bowl his off spinners from the beach end. Last time round he did a decent job and managed to keep things a little bit quiet. Came in a bit late in the inning, but this time his captain is deploying him and asking him to bowl a much more important spell to try and see if they can put their defense of this total in against Uganda.
Well, Davis, just before Adeji flies, if you're planning a flight to Mumbai, Guangzhou, Dubai or London, very, very soon, Uganda Airlines will be connecting you to the world. So stay tuned for details of these flights coming to you in the near future. Adeje, not quite sure whether that was bowling, but Saud Islam has taken a single run from whatever that was. And Adeje will be content while the whole world is in contempt of his bowling. Simon Sesazi, Davis, I don't know, but not very convincing batting from the young lad. He hasn't really come into his own out there. He has looked to simply survive and survive.
Yet another single for Simon Sesazi. Manages to walk that down to the long off area, and Adedeji continues his fantastic bowling as he concedes just his second run in his first over. So for me, that is he's doing a job for his Nigerian captain, and we're hoping that the number of dot balls that we're picking up here do not come to bite us at the back end of the inning. Just another single there. Saud Islam manages to hit that down to long on, but he can only pick up a single. Simon Sesazi on strike against Adedeji. He'll be probably looking to pick up a boundary and make sure that this 3-run over turns into a 7-run over.
Once again, Simon Sesazi looking to make use of the mid-wicket area. Unfortunately, him and his bat miss the ball with everything that they have. And Adedeji will be very happy with that over. Captain Joshua Ainaike will be very happy with that over, restricting Uganda to just 3 runs.
Change of end for Odion. He moves from the beach end and is going to be operating from the golf course end. Nigeria will be hoping that a change of end brings a change of fortune for Odion, and as he tries to get into this game to look and pick up one or two wickets to send a couple of shivers down this Ugandan batting lineup.
Davis, while they've stayed out there, Uganda haven't looked in their finest form. They have considered a lot of dot balls, and they have miscued a lot of balls, a few clean hits, but altogether not the tidiest of affairs, not the tidiest of execution. And once again, Saud Islam plays square of the wicket.
Just a look at how Daniel, the Nigerian captain, is marshalling his troops out there. You can see they sense that the fact that they've managed to keep the Ugandans a bit quiet, they sense that any opportunity here, 1 or 2 quick wickets here may cause a couple of trouble for these Ugandan batters. And he is looking to try and make sure he can keep a sense of pressure on these Ugandan batsmen and make sure they don't get off to a fly and pick up any odd boundaries. So he is keeping his players pretty interested in the affairs that are going on in the center of the wicket. Simon Sesaji manages to drive that down to long on, picks up yet another single. Classy shot from Sawood Islam, manages to pierce the vacant over the cover field, and he gets that to the boundary for 4 runs. Beautiful inside-out shot there. There's no chance that you will find a fielder placed there in no more international cricket, and he manages to find that very, very important boundary, and brings up a boundary that was much needed for Uganda.
And if you're tuned in at the moment, there is more cricket to come later this afternoon, where Nigeria will be taking on Team Kenya. So grab a cold one, get done with all the work, get done with all that needs doing, and tune in for yet another thrilling day of cricket.
Sawood Islam picks up a single right after getting a boundary, and that brings us Simon Sesazi on strike. Another single there. Nigerian happy not continue tickling over.
Definitely Uganda doing the hard work. Uganda currently need 57 runs. That's been muscled down the ground, straight down the ground by Sawood Islam. 12th over. Davis, I would have expected this approach earlier on in the power play, and the choice to apply caution for the Ugandan batsmen is telling of what the strategy is, Davis. That assumption be made.
Clearly, there's a lot of caution being thrown at the wind. Of course, it appears like in the first power play itself, and going through the inning, it just seems that there's a lot more caution. I'm hoping that does not work on as a nation, to make sure that we are faring anything close to the modern requirements of the T20 game. And Adedeji continues to operate from the beach end, and he concedes a single off the first bowler.
The call was 2 from Sawood Islam. Great feeling from Prosper Hussaini to restrict the Ugandans from a double. Ugandan batsmen in scoring proximity. Sawood Islam at 32. Simon Sesazi at 33. Davis once again, I think particular shot. He quite doesn't seem to reach it, but he is daring to play it. Oh, beautifully played. Beautifully played. Oh, beautiful. Oh my God. Oh my God. What a fielding. That should have been 3 runs, Davis.
Yeah, deft touch from Simon Sesazi. He's recognized that this may not be the game for him to try and look to muscle runs up, but his partner Sawood Islam sends him back to restrict that to just 2 runs.
They might as well have played nicely, driven straight through the ground. Simon Sesazi picks up his second maximum of this encounter. Once again, Davis, Nigerian bowlers attempting to penetrate the arcs and failing miserably. .77 runs. Oh, very nice, very brilliant cricket from Simon Sesazi. He will get his double. He will get his double.
It's looking like a big give, of course, for Uganda. Much needed one. It allows them get their required run rate down, as they will need. They need 47 runs of 44 balls. That makes it almost nearly run a ball to make sure that Uganda can win this game comfortably. But interesting for me, I think one of the areas that will certainly the Uganda team will be looking to work on is one, the percentage of dot balls. Two, the percentage of the strike rates of the batters are a bit of a concern for the modern game of T20 cricket.
You have been known to be a man of very high standards, so it comes as no shock to me that
Don, it's not just about me, really. Great batsman, right over 100%. There's a bit of debate over why and how Stephen Smith is in the World Cup team that is going to play the T20 World Cup. So a strike rate of 100 or thereabouts is certainly one, especially for a batter.
Well, you make a very, very interesting point. And the return of
interesting field. I don't know if down and deploys yet another fielder at point. So that could have been it could have ended very bad. It could have ended in tears. For your fast bowler to be bowling without a point fielder would have easily made an easy boundary option for Saudi Islam.
Well, my earlier concern, Davis, was as to how many players were in the 30. But that was also remedied. Mohamed Taiwo bowls that short. None the punishment it deserves, but still gets a run for Team Uganda.
I think Nigeria will genuinely feel happy with their performance this morning. They feel, one, they've gotten their highest total of the Dafabet Pearl of Africa T20 series. Two, they'll feel that they have managed to push this Ugandan side a bit. The fact that they have not been obliterated and totally smacked all over the place, they'll feel they have made a bit of strides in the right direction.
Another short ball from Mohamed Taiwo. Brings up Simon Sesaz's 45th run. Another short ball picked up nicely by Simon Sesazi. Well, it does seem to be 50 up. 50 up for Simon Sesazi. Not the cleanest of 50s, but he will be very happy with his input today. I must imagine Arnold Otwani will be happy that his mate has gotten a 50, but technically will be concerned. Oh, chance. And they will get two. Simon Sesazi taking charge of this run chase.
Well, Simon picks up yet another double there. He's picked up, if I'm not mistaken, his maiden T20I 50. It's one against Nigeria. The runs should be able to build and boost a bit of his confidence. For me, I would be very concerned with how he has batted today. I'd be more, if probably the coaches and the technical team should be more concerned with how he has batted. For me, I don't think he has batted anywhere close to what he can do. I feel what he has done in terms of the batting, he can do much better. Besides the runs, it's good he has gotten runs, but he will be concerned with his approach and how he has gone around his inning this afternoon.
Well, Davis, a much more formidable opponent, would have capitalized on Simon's weakness, but he will be very grateful to the gods. Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot through covers, and Simon picks up another boundary.
That's probably the best shot Simon Sesazi has played in his entire inning. For me, finally finding the full face of the bat, driving that comfortably through the cover. For me, that is that for me is probably, as I mentioned, it is the best he has played for me. But the coach is a smart person, and he will look at the kind of inning that Simon has played, and will want to put in some extra work, and not to be too phased by the runs that he has scored. But runs, as we must recognize, they give you a lot of confidence. They allow you to. They are morale boosting, but the coach will be technically enough and competent enough to pick up on some of the flaws that Simon has seemed to have suffered in this inning.
Without a doubt, Davis, without a doubt. Uh, Definitely, Coach Mahlani will see through the smoke screen or any smoke screens that might be um, made of this batting approach. However, we can't take away the fact that Simon joins the likes of Riazat Ali Shah in double figures in this tournament for Team Uganda. So he will be standing tall after it all. I must concede it is not easy out there to get to this level, to get to score a 50, even against a not so technically correct Nigerian bowling outfit. It is a different ballgame altogether out there. So any batsman that makes that milestone does deserve all the credit. Muhammad Yusuf returning into the attack. Uganda at 94 after 14 overs. Davis, do you reckon Uganda will be picked up very nicely in that?
Saudi Islam manages to pull that short ball down to mid-wicket, a vacant mid-wicket area. Picks up a much-needed boundary, but that will certainly help with his strike rate. But besides that, I think the intentions are a bit clear from Uganda. They're looking to step on the pedal and wrap this game up as quickly as possible and go take a bit of a nice rest as they wait for the game tomorrow.
A very, very loud note from Sawood Islam. He is a few runs short of his 50 as well. Call for two from Sawood Islam. Sanity prevails. Elastic man would have gotten that. Brilliant.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, that brings 100-run partnership, opening partnership, which is yet another positive that Lawrence Madlana and his Chargers will take going forward.
It might be early days to say, but Coach Mahlani might perhaps have found his opening to get their groove and get their Davis. I wonder though if you have flown out of this country quite a bit. I wonder though if you've had dropped.
Confidence on. He's managed to pick up a first bowling change from the golf course and bringing Peter Aho into the attack has paid dividends, and the Nigerian team managed to pick up their first wicket of this particular game. Well, my experience with Uganda Airways is one that started with finding myself in traffic as I tried to make my way to go and see the first bombardiers that landed at the Entebbe International Airport. But besides that, I think the not just the word that has come out, but those they go to the plane and travel and experience some of that quality.
Hospitable country, and that experience has been carried on to the national carrier. So if you do choose Uganda Airlines as your airline of choice, you can count on a world-class experience that makes you feel right at home. Well, back here, Davis.
To bat up the order, and not just bat up the order, but to do literally put up the finishing touches of this fixture, which would be a good thing. He's one of those players that has been in a pretty good form. So for him to come out being asked to bat at one down, regardless of just another knockout, and see this Ugandan team through.
Count of this run chase, I would have ventured Ansazi in this run chase. But indeed, cricket is a funny game. Batting innings with a boundary.
To the fine leg region from right this end as
Coach Mahlani has sent Riyazat Ali Shah to put these innings to bend, and indeed Riyazat Ali Shah not
batting on a totally different wicket from the wicket that Saud Islam and Simon Sessars were batting on.
Well, Davis, it is definitely the difference in the two batsmen. Riyazat Ali Shah, also known as Uganda's finisher. He's the man to watch. He's the man to fear. He's the batsman to fear. Nice. Again, Riyazat Ali Shah has made yet the perfect shot selection. A few more balls if this were an 8-over ball, an 8-ball over, he would be looking to put an end to it. Well, yet again, Davis, the critics of the Ugandan team have said before that Riyazat Ali Shah is batted too late. And we have seen Coach Mahlani yield to that wisdom. And we have seen Riyazat Ali Shah repeatedly prove the critics right, that indeed he is the man. He's a man who needs to bat a lot earlier on in the order. He would be looking to put an end to it.
Well, we must thank the Uganda Cricket Association for putting together this kind of series, because it's this kind of series and this kind of opportunities that allow the coach and the fans out there to actually have a look at what the players can do. And I want to believe the Ugandan dugout headed by Coach Lawrence Madlani will look to utilize these games and look to give players different opportunities in different situations, And yes, I think that debate will be one that will go on for quite some time. But without a doubt, Riazat Alisha bats. I find he bats a little bit too far down the order, and that brings an end to Simon Sesazi, who gets bowled of as Useni Prosper. Useni Prosper has been the best bowler in this Nigerian lineup, and he continues that. Simon manages to play that onto his stumps, and he gets bowled.
Heartbreaking.
Brings an end to a bit of a strange inning. Yes, he is good in a 50, but I don't think he will be very, very happy with the time in terms of the stroke play that we know him to be able to provide. I don't think he has met anywhere close to his abilities, but he will take the 50 and look to build on from there.
Heartbreaking, Davis. I think there has been a debate around Ugandan cricket circles as to what happens to when the youngsters get a chance to bat. Suffice to say, Simon has proven to be up to the task, and credit to him for that. However, if you have watched these innings, you will have questions. You will wonder if at all he can stand up to a much more formidable opponent. Dinesh Nakrani, classier than ever, picks up a single as he joins Riazat Alisha with just about 5 runs to go in this run chase.
Well, for me, the strolling on by Dinesh Nakrani one is a good thing. It is a sign from the coach that he understands just how important that Dinesh Nakrani is back among the runs. Dinesh Nakrani finished off the last inning against Nigeria, picking up a couple of runs. So the coach recognizes that he needs to get Dinesh Nakrani firing as quickly as possible so that he can get the very, very best and most out of him. The kind of wicket Riazat Alisha is batting on.
Well, Davis, there's no doubt that he is a different player. He is a player of a higher caliber. Everything seems to be going right for Riazat Alisha. He looks like he was born to do this. Shout out from the Nigerian team. Umpire Beka Elonge keeps his arm down.
Nakrani.
Well, Davis, we must talk about as we wrap
Firing
this
as
up.
quickly as possible so that he can get the very, very best and most out of him.
Nigeria is taking on
the kind of
Team
wicket
Kenya. And we have already seen them clash.
Riazat Alisha is
Beautifully
batting
played. Well fielded by Davis,
Team Nigeria.
Davis, what should the fans out there expect in the afternoon as Nigeria take on Kenya? He is a player of a higher caliber.
Well, Nigeria-Kenya is a classic. Basically, it would simply mean these are two teams that are at two different extremes. Kenya has played 2-1-2. Nigeria would have, at the end of this game, would have played 3 and are yet to get off the mark. So these are two teams at totally different, contrasting stages of this tournament so far. But I would really expect a very hungry Kenya team to want to come out here in the afternoon and look to further remind Nigeria the gap in class and the gap in standard, and so they'll be looking to try and come in the afternoon and simply win the game as quickly and as simply as possible. Yet, would be hoping to find a Nigeria team that is still very, very hungry to come out and do well against these two teams that are ranked above them and make sure they can make a game out of it. Nigeria have already shown that they've made progress in the 3 games so far. So they'll be looking to come and look to tick extra boxes in their progress column. Dinesh Nakrani manages to run that down to the 3rd man area to score his first boundary, and that is looking like it is game. The game is done. The game is done, and Uganda win this game by 8 wickets. A very, very convincing win. A couple of positives for the Ugandan side, but there will be certain area of concerns for the Ugandan outfit.
Game, set, and match. Well played, well batted from Sawood Islam. Not the cleanest of stats, not the tidiest of stats, but still a win for Team Uganda. Uganda pick up their second win, and Nigeria continues on the downward spiral. losing losing their third game. It has been a brilliant morning of cricket down here in Kampala. Not as entertaining as we would have loved, but we did have moments of bliss, moments of great cricket entertainment. We'll be hoping for something similar later on this afternoon. But in the meantime, we'd like to thank you for joining us. Would like to thank our sponsors, Uganda Airlines, Rock Telecom, and Dafabet for bringing you and enabling us to bring you the Dafabet Pearl of Africa T20 series. After Nigeria posted Nigeria has managed to play out its 20 overs. However, it wasn't good enough. It wasn't relatively good enough. Uganda chased the score down for 2 wickets with 3 overs to spare. Players worth noting: Simon Sesazi, the opening pair, and Saud Islam managed to get Uganda's first 100-run partnership in this tournament and leave just a paltry of runs.
From Entebbe to Dubai, London, Mumbai, and Guangzhou. Welcome aboard a great new experience. Uganda
Overs to spare. In this tournament and leave just a paltry.
Audio Jungle.